This is Positive Moments with Jean Walters Lucy, personal growth consultant, teacher, author, and lecturer. Hello again, everybody. My name is Richard Miller, and welcome to another Positive Moments with Jean Walters Lucy. Today's show is all about an actress who had to find her dream before she could follow it.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Tell us more, Jean.
All righty. Academy Award-winning actress Jane Fonda explained, "My problem was not knowing what my dream was. Once I knew what my dream was, I could afford to follow it." Often, determining your dream is the hardest part of achieving it. If you are feeling frustrated and unmotivated, perhaps it is time to reconstruct your dream. The only motivation that exists is self-motivation, and the only way to achieve it is to pick a goal that you really believe in. Now, everyone has a dream. Go back to your childhood. What pretend games did you play? Were you a superhero, a race car driver, a princess? Did you make up wars to win, or did you teach school? As you grew and matured, what things interested you the most? History, computers, music, problem solving, helping people? Each memory helps you build the pieces and put them together of your personal puzzle. Try to view each role you played symbolically. The desire of a superhero is to be strong, relentless, courageous. You believed you could do it, or you wouldn't have assumed the role. As a jet pilot, you wanted to soar high and be free. Now, how can you do that now? Perhaps you pretended to be a parent, and if so, your need to nurture is strong and cannot go unfulfilled if you want to be happy. Weave these symbols together to create your own tapestry. Add to this the books and the games you enjoyed. What are the themes of these? These themes comprise more puzzle pieces. By now, you have triggered many ideas about your dream. Just remember that each role you assumed, each game you played, or childhood memory embodies something that you want in your life. Now ask yourself, how can I incorporate these qualities into my current activities or create new ones? Contemplating these ideas will enliven your mind with inspiration. No one can supply your dream or live it for you. Each person must recognize his own soul urgings, yet understand you would not possess your fantasy without having the ability to attain it. Each journey begins with a single step. Start your journey with the most obvious action toward your goal. There are thousands of stories of people who have achieved their dreams. You can be one of them. Jane Fonda followed her dream, and so can you. This is Jean Walters Lucy, personal growth consultant, and I hope that you're following your dream today. I would love to talk to you. You can reach me in a couple different ways. You can contact me through my website at spiritualtransformation.com, or please call me at 314-991-8439.
Jean, I think it's unfortunate, but that so many people have been taught that it's sort of frivolous or foolish to spend time dreaming,
yes,
daydreaming.
Yes. Unfortunately,
yeah.
It's unfortunate because the more you live your dream, the more that you actually embrace it or make it real to you, or really consider it, say, a sign from God, if you will. The more you do that, the more alive you are. The more in touch with yourself you are, the more connected you feel, the more energy you have. So all of these things are work for every one of us if we just, allow us, even if it starts as a hobby in the garage. We need to give some energy to that which we believe, feeds us or gives us inspiration.
Jean, we have a couple of callers we're going to get with, but real quickly, too, I wanted to also ask, I know that a lot of the resistance that we get comes from a lot of the older generation, the people who lived during the Depression, which was many of our parents, and they didn't have or didn't at least see that they had the luxury of choosing a career. They thought that any job that was solid and put bread on the table was one that you should embrace and not question it and be glad that you have it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And that you were foolish to think, well, I don't like this job, I should seek something else. And how do we counteract that kind of programming?
Well, we want to be compassionate with those people and realize that they grew up in a different culture than we did, and those are their beliefs that they're espousing. But they're simply beliefs. Everybody has different beliefs, and the interesting thing about beliefs is that you can change them. And just because you were raised with that kind of a thought pattern does not mean you have to stay there. It's basically a fear-based thought pattern, just like you said, that depression was a time of lack, and people began to identify with it. And, that which you identify ultimately dominates you. So it dominated them. And I'm certainly not, faulting them because I know that they gave the best that they had. But it's time now to really look at what stirs within your own heart. And you would not be inspired with your own ideas or your own dreams or wanting to have a business or wanting to, be a voice coach or whatever it is, unless there was something in you that said, this is your right path. I mean, we all pray to God, and then at the same time, oftentimes we won't receive that inspiration that comes in as an answer to those prayers. But essentially, that inspiration, that intuition that comes in and says, oh no, you'd make a great, over-the-road truck driver or a great disc jockey or whatever, that is God speaking back to you, and we want to take it seriously.
Jean, today's first caller is Karen.
Thank you, Karen. How's your day going?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Well, good.
Yeah, and I really like your program.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, and it's really great to be able to talk to you, too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and there's something that, like when I go to follow my dream, I know what my dream is,
mm-hmm.
and I know it in my heart, and I want to follow it, and everybody around me, they tell me that, it's not possible, that I'm not going to be able to do that. And so I get all of this negative information and this feedback from the people around me. Sometimes I feel like I'm just going crazy with that, and what can I do about all that?
Well, first of all, I want you to know two things. One, you wouldn't be getting that feedback if you totally believed in your dream. That feedback is just sort of a reminder that you still have some self-doubt. So you don't have to take it personally, and you certainly don't have to take it seriously.
Okay.
But understand that just because that you're noting those objections indicates that you have some personal self-doubt. And so it's time now to get stronger in your belief about your dream. First of all, you would not be having that dream if it wasn't right. And you wouldn't have that dream if you didn't have everything within you to do it. Mm-hmm. So it just doesn't happen that way. I see myself as a teacher and helper of people, and everything within my life has allowed me to do that. In fact, it's encouraged and sort of placed me in that position to do that. And if whatever it is that you're wanting to be, life is sort of positioning you to have that fully, but you've got to completely be in a space of knowing that as the truth, that you would not even have that dream if it wasn't for you, and it wasn't not only for you, but for you to help other people in the same way. What is your dream, by the way?
Well, actually, my dream is to work for myself,
yes.
So I have total freedom.
Good.
And I have an overall dream of having enlightenment and traveling the world.
Okay.
Oh, you can't do that. You're being unreasonable.
Now,
yes,
what are you going to do with
can.
that? There you go. You're getting a little bit angry. Okay, good. And that's the way you have to deal with that voice of self-doubt is, no way. I know that this is my dream, and I know it's right. And so you sometimes you have to stand up to yourself and just get a little bit annoyed with the whole thing. No.
And just say, I'm not going to listen to you. Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. That's a very, very good statement. Yes, I can.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to give that a shot.
Traveling is dangerous. Wouldn't you rather be like an accountant or something?
You sound like my mother.
Why don't you get a nice job?
A nice 9 to 5.
Why don't you have a regular paycheck?
Oh, and it's exciting, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, you know what? You go for it, because you would not have the desire to own your own business if you didn't have everything within you to do an excellent job with that.
Well,
and so I know absolutely 100% that you're going to be able to do it and probably just be fantastic.
Well, I think I'll call you more often.
Well, good. I'm very happy to have you call me, and I'd love to be able to support you and encourage you in this.
Well, thank you.
So thank you.
much.
Thank you so much for calling.
And thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Good luck,
All right.
Karen, too.
All right.
Go
bye.
for it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Jean, our next caller is Julie.
Julie, thank you so much for calling today. What can I help you with?
Well, first off, thank you for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
My question is on, making your dreams come true. And maybe that's not even a great way of putting it, but
Can you be a little more specific?
when you feel like you want to do something, I'm just going to use on a career level.
Okay.
Even a life level where you feel like your life can be different, and you have that feeling of the big picture.
Yes.
But you don't know how to get there. You don't
Right.
know where to start.
Right.
And, maybe taking baby steps is the good thing, but where do you find that strength within you to just get there?
Well, you know what? You said baby steps, and I think that's right. I think, first of all, we're only handed one step at a time, and we have to trust that. So it could be that you have to just get stronger within yourself, the personal self-discipline to just be active and to follow up on each step that you feel and that you think about. It sounds like right now you just really need to build a belief of it, because that's the part that sounds weak, when I listen to you. And whatever it would take for you to build a belief of it, maybe it would be good to meditate and really get in touch with your inner core. That's the strength that is within you. And as you do that, I think your feelings, your beliefs will get stronger in yourself, in knowing that you are a fabulous person and that you could do anything you set your mind to. So that's what I'm going to suggest to you.
You hit a button with me, too. I agree with you about the belief thing, and I understand that, and I'm going to really hone in on that. But also the internal discipline of getting there.
Yes.
And mixing that in with your belief system and finding that balance between the two.
Well, let me say one thing about that, and that is oftentimes we get so busy in life that we make the laundry and picking up the kids and cooking dinner and getting the homework done, and all these things very, very important, and they are important, but we lose ourselves in the process to where you're not giving yourself any time. And I think if you want to build up a belief that you can have your dream, you're capable of it, you can have the vision that you have in your mind, you have to start giving yourself some time every single day that's just yours. And in so doing, you begin to build an understanding and a belief that you're worth it, that you are worth it. And I think if you're just wedging yourself in a couple minutes here and a couple minutes there, it just doesn't pan out to building a consciousness and a belief of yourself as valuable and important. So I'm suggesting that you do something every day that is just for you to help you feel inspired.
And to get to that place.
And feel inspired so that you can begin to build up your energy. And as you build up your energy, then the vision will open up a little bit more. You'll begin to believe in it more. You'll begin to know the steps to take to get there. And that's the discipline I'm talking about. The discipline could be a half an hour a day. It could be an hour a day. But it's nothing so major that you can't fit it in.
All right. You've really helped me immensely.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm so glad. And I hope it helps in the long run, too.
Oh, completely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All
Take
right.
care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Jean, another good show today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Today's show was the actress who had to find her dream before she could follow it. This has been Positive Moments with Jean Walters Lucy, personal growth consultant, teacher, author, and lecturer. If you have comments or questions on any personal growth subject like universal law, dream interpretation, intuition, self-esteem, or self-empowerment, you can reach Jean at her website, www.spiritualtransformation.com. or call 314-991-8439 and leave a message. 314-991-8439. I'm Richard Miller, and we'll see you for your next Positive Moment.